How many times have you said, I'm not going to eat any more chocolates, I'm not going to eat any more chips? And guess what's the thing that you eventually binge on? Exactly that thing you said you can't have, you won't have it, it's not good for you. Now, when it comes to food in general, we need to live healthy. But this whole notion of I can't have this, I can't have this, I can't have this never ends well. It's not about I can't have. I want you to reframe that and think I need to earn. And why that is. Let's dive a bit into the brain first. We have something we call the reticular activation system. We process millions of bits of information in our mind. We see thousands of things every single day. Mentally, it will be exhausting if we had to pay attention to everything we see, everything we hear. And that is where the reticular activation system comes in, or the RAS. A simple way to illustrate this for you. The car you like, the shoes you like, these are things you will see when you are outside in the world. You will see that car from a mile, the car you like, or the handbag, or the shoes, because you've attached a value to that thing. So when your mind sees that, it will pay attention to that. And now, when we attach values to things, it can either be positive or negative. If a person was bitten by a dog, they will hear a dog bark. They will see a dog from far away. It will stand out for them. Another person might not even hear it and might not even see it. In the same way, if you're in a crowd with loud people everywhere, the moment you hear your name, you immediately pay attention because your name, there's a value attached to that. And that's the same thing when we try to lose weight, become healthy and all these kinds of stuff. The moment we say, you know what, from today, I can't have chocolate or chips or insert whatever food you like, I can't have it. Guess what's going to happen now? You've just attached a value to that. You are now going to see that thing everywhere, on Facebook, on Instagram, in the supermarket. You are constantly going to see it and you're going to pay attention to it. And the more that happens, the more you are going to have that thing because you can't now not think about it anymore. So then, what do we do? And this is where one of the main principles I live by comes in, the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, we take care of our health. We take care of what matters. And what is that 80% of the time? That is taking care of things like getting enough protein, eating slow, not eating too much, most of my food being unprocessed, nourishing foods, working on my sleep, my exercise routine, dealing with my emotional stresses, my mental stresses, working on my spirituality, the things that I need to do in order to become better physically and mentally. If we can do that 80% of the time, the other 20% is the effort. You know what? Enjoy your life. That's the thing. We live in this era of hyper-palatable foods, highly processed foods, and all these things, and food still needs to be enjoyed. Food is so deeply ingrained culturally, socially. We bond with food, we socialize with food, and constantly to say, you know what, I can't have that, I'm on a diet. I can't have this, I'm on a diet. How does that make you feel? It's not sustainable. And that 20% means maybe Friday night, you know what, we're going out for dinner with some friends. I'm not going to have a burger with a side salad and no bun. I'm going to have the burger and the chips and the bacon and the cheese, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to socialize. I'm going to bond with my friends. Or you're in the mood for a pizza. Have the pizza. Enjoy the pizza. And you know what? Tomorrow, move on with your life. Take care of that 80%, the things we need to do in order to be healthy. And that's where I want you to flip the script of I can't have to I need to earn. If I focus that 80% on nourishing the body and the mind, showing up, doing what matters, I can enjoy that other 20% without any negative consequences. And yes, now I know many of you are going to say, but how can we label food as you need to earn it and this and that and this? I hear you. But the thing is, we won't ever be able to live 100% clean. It is mentally exhausting. It's just too much work. Everyone is going to choose their own poison one way or another. Being at junk food, being at a few glasses of wine too much, being at social media, we all are going to choose our own poison one way or another. But I don't want that poison to be something that takes away from my health. And that's why I label it as I need to earn my indulgences. Because if 80% I do what matters, I can earn my indulgences without being restrictive, without punishing myself, and without saying I can't have it. So what I want you to think about as we're coming to the end of this little rant of mine, ask yourself, what are the foods you've labeled as I can't have? And how's that turned out for you? And then think about this, brainstorm it a bit. How can you change that I can't to I need to earn? What of those 80% of things do I need to start doing more so that 20% can be enjoyed guilt-free? Of those 80% things that need to be taken care of, which one do you find it the hardest to tackle, to start with, to build the routine, to build the habits with? And I would love you to drop that in the comments down below and we can dive deeper into it. I'll make a few videos on those kinds of stuff for you. Drop it in the comments. And lastly, what I'm going to leave you with, start paying attention to what you're paying attention to. Start paying attention what you are attaching values to, positive or negative, and how that RAS is leading you in a better direction or a worse direction. And I would appreciate a like on this video if this is something you find value, where we go a bit deeper into everything, not just diet, but the psychology of food, how to have a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. I would really appreciate a subscribe to this channel. And as always, try to be 1% better today than you were yesterday.